Larger batch sizes with fewer changeovers is adding lead time for your customers and jacking up inventory rates, causing a cash flow issue. Hey leaders, it's week 14, time for another business checkup, and this week we're talking about every piece, every interval, EPEI, and its partner, SMED, single minute exchange of dies. In week 10, we talked about leveling out your production schedule. That by leveling that out, it increases our agility for customer fulfillment and reduces our on-hand and work in process inventory, which frees up cash flow. Leveling your mixed model value stream may seem illogical. It feels more common sense to optimize machine uptime. Fewer changeovers, run at high rates in one product, and we perceive that as being more efficient. However, your customers probably don't order only one of your products from you. If there's more than one product variant on an order, or more likely, your customers don't all order only A products in the first 2 weeks of the month, only B products in the third week of the month, and only C, D, and E products in the last week of the month. However, a lot of times we structure our production that way to reduce the number of changeovers and increase machine uptime. And so, your customers wait. They wait for you to be more efficient, which feels like it doesn't make sense. To be more attuned to your clients' needs, we want to be thinking about leveling out the schedule and producing in shorter intervals, shorter runs, so that we're more agile to fulfill those requirements and those orders. With this thinking, the constraint changes. Originally, we want to expand capacity and reduce changeovers. By this thinking of looking at shortening the lead time to customer fulfillment, we actually increase the number of changeovers, so the constraint now becomes how quickly we can do a changeover, and that becomes the problem that we're trying to solve. So this first concept of EPEI, every part, every interval, is trying to focus on doing changeovers within shorter and shorter intervals of time. So rather than producing a product once a month, maybe we produce it once a week or once a day. By shortening that interval, we create those additional changeovers, and so now our partner concept comes in, SMED, single minute exchange of dies. And when we do SMED, we follow a 4-step process to reduce and improve the changeover time so that we're not constrained by long downtimes and lost machine capacity. The simple 4-step process for SMED begins with 1, identifying a pilot area. In this area, we're going to train the team, observe the process, video may be helpful here, and then set a goal for reducing the changeover time. We want to build capabilities and buy-in from the team so that they own the changeover process and we can replicate elsewhere in our plant. The second step is to map the process and separate out internal from external elements of the changeover. Internal elements means the work that has to be done between the last hit of part A, so the last good part produced, and the first hit of part B, the first good part of the next product variant that'll be produced. We define this so that we can take that external work and we can be done outside of the machine cycle, which is step 3. Make as much of the internal work external. So removing some of this setup downtime by using things like preheating, duplicating jigs, making our dies modular and mistake-proof by using locators and things of that nature. And once we've pulled the external work out, now we want to improve that work. So using the concept of eliminate, combine, rearrange, and simplify, we start with the internal work and say, now how can we do that work easier for the operators, more efficient, less errors? Now as changeovers can be done faster, EPEI, producing every part within every interval, becomes a reality. And you can level out your schedule, satisfy your customers in a shorter lead time, and improve cash flow by reducing inventory on hand. I invite you to look around your facility and say where you're avoiding changeovers for perceived efficiency and consider how you might think differently if you could do a changeover faster. We'll see you next week.